So today we're here to discuss about something new, something that we believe will help a lot of retouchers, beginners and professionals to add and bring more beauty or creativity to their images. So today we're going to be learning on how you can add contrast to your images, make them look more natural and eye-catching in the sides of or in the areas of midtones and shadows. And hey, my name is Brains in a new video. What I'll do is I'll come to my layer adjustment panel and then I'll move to option curves. So yes, a lot of you guys have been using curves to bring in that contrast where you've been using this little slider here. But then we're going to be talking about the input and the output. So talking about the input, this is somebody adding something, and then output is removing, of course, something. So we have sliders down here, and each slider represents one of the two, where we have our left hand representing the input and we have our left hand representing the input and then our right hand representing the output. So the sliders have a little bit of a gradient where we have from dark to light, and if I'm to bring in the input, I want you to notice something. So holding my Alt as my shortcut, you see we are having some figures which are starting to pop up where we have 8 to 0. So our input is at 8 and output is at 0. That means I've added in something. I brought in more darkness. So when I come to the output, holding Alt again, and then I bring it to my left side, which is the side of the output, our figures change. Where we had 8, we now have 248. That is at the side of the input, and at the side of the output, we have 255. So that means we've brought in some figures. We had 0, and the 0 had to be converted to create something which is a differentiation between the midtones, the shadows, and the highlight. So to have it more to my liking, I'll bring my opacity down, and then next I'll talk about the levels. So the levels have more of the output levels. Where we had the output and the input, here we have more of the output levels. Why? Because we have 3 sliders here. We have from the left to the right, and then there's something in between, which is represented as the midtones or the neutrons. So from our left, again, we have the input. So let me first take this off to have it more clearer. So our input here is at 5, and then our output here is already at 255. So, and remember, we had here a 0, and then this is at 1.0. So I'll bring this 2 in, which is now representing the whites, So from light to whites, and then from darkness to contrast. I don't know if I'm clear to somebody here. So this is what we have. We have a before and after. This is by using the levels. So if I'm to turn off that and then come to my curves, this is the before and the after. So here we came to show you one of the ways one can add contrast the images using curves and the levels. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.